Hey, you guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. I had to jump on here earlier because I just found out I have something to do on my lunch, but I wanted to give my thoughts on this whole Fox News debacle. This actual harassment suit that has been filed by Joy Taylor against Skip Bayless. It is juicy. So please thumbs up the video, share this live out. I know I'm early, but I have something to do on my lunch. And I appreciate y'all joining me. Thank you. I appreciate every last one of y'all joining me. Sorry, I'm multitasking. That's just the way the world goes. But I wanted to give my thoughts on this lawsuit because it is off the hook. Now, just to give y'all a little background about Skip Bayless, him and Shannon Sharp used to do a show together. And let me tell you something. It was disgusting the way Skip used to treat Shannon Sharp. And I felt quite frankly that he was very jealous of Shannon because Shannon actually played football. He actually played the sport. And Skip, he knew somebody that got him in that role. We already know how privilege goes. And this is what this whole case is giving me, like privilege at its finest, okay? And especially when it comes to the patriarchy versus women. Um a lot of these men out here think they are entitled to women's bodies and things like that, and they cannot take rejection at all. But let me tell you, Skip was so jealous of Shannon, he wanted to be a part of him any way possible, even if it included him possibly sleeping with someone that he thought in his mind that he was sleeping with. Okay, like that's how deep rooted the jealousy is. Like it's just like it gave me it's an unhealthy obsession or whatever. And this reminds me of a couple of YouTubers that be obsessed over other YouTubers, and they'll attach themselves to that YouTuber by any means necessary, whether it be get into relationship with people that person coordinates with. It's sick. It's obsessed. Okay, now Shannon Sharp and Skip. They have went at it on live, and Skip has always tried to discount Shannon Sharp and his expertise, okay? I have some clips for you guys. Here we go. But please make sure you thumbs up in the video. I had to jump on here. I can't even wait for people to load up in the room. So shout out to my crew. But I had to give my thoughts on this because I'm so tired of these men thinking that they just entitled to our bodies and they can just handle us however we want. I mean, it just gives me backlash to what women went through in slavery times. All right. So Shannon Sharp has gone off on Skip. I have a couple of clips. Here we go.
That's a flat out lie that you're perpetrating. There's never been anything because you can't stand it that Tom Brady at 45 is still playing this game at a very high level. Yeah. See these numbers? Yeah. These numbers say Tom Brady is not playing at a high level. I need you. No, okay, that's not what it's saying. Because you're scared to death of him because he's haunted you. Time out. Ladies and gentlemen at home, I would like to announce the fact, if you're new to our show, that this man, for 6 straight years on this show that we have been partners at this debate desk, has tried to send Tom Brady home, said he's washed up, his arm is in decline, and he should just go on home. It started the first day of this show in September of 2016, and he has been wrong for 6 straight years, and he's going to be wrong again. I'm standing by what I say. How convinced are you Tom Brady's going to win the Super Bowl? Okay, I picked him to win it. No, I'm not backing off. Well, put something on it. Well, what do you mean I put my pride on it? I put my pride. What I would do is you picked the Rams and the Chargers, okay? And the only difference is everybody knows the Rams are bad, but they don't want to say Tom Brady is playing just as bad as Max Stafford. Skip, they're in the Tampa division. They're the worst division in football. Good. Are they going to be in the playoffs? Help me out.
Skip,
I need you to
that's your argument.
Okay,
That's your argument.
What do you mean that's my
Your
argument?
argument is that they're going to be in the playoffs.
This is given. I'm right because I'm white. I'ma say it. That's how this interaction used to feel to me between the two of them. Like because he's white, he has to be right. And Shannon Sharp is supposed to bow down and kiss the ring. No, sir.
Brady playing bad. Yes or no?
Yes, he played poorly yesterday.
What you mean yesterday?
Okay, but you're giving him 100%
I
of the
did.
blame.
Because you had
That's just you have no objectivity. It's just straight Brady hate. Wait a minute. This is just straight hate by a guy who's jealous that he's still playing at a high level at 45 when you had to stop at 35.
That's what you.
That's the point.
Okay, what does his career have to do with his picks? See, low blows. This was a toxic situation, okay? And Shannon Sharp, he got tired of it, but he won.
Every time I call something into question, I'm jealous.
No,
I did
well,
what
I
I
never
did.
said you were jealous of Baker Mayfield.
I did what I did. You make it seem like I was a bum. I'm in the effing Hall of Fame.
Okay,
I got
so
three
what?
Super Bowls.
So what?
So what?
He's way better than you were.
I'm better than you.
Right. I'm in the Hall of Fame. I got 3 Super Bowls. What are you talking about? Jealous. Like, I'm telling you, I'm sorry. People of other races do this to us all the time. They always want to diminish our accomplishments to try to belittle us. And it's just not right. And I always wondered, like, what is the big contention between Skip and Shannon Sharp? Well, now we know why.
See what you do? You take personal shots.
No,
for
I
this
don't, I
thing.
don't take personal shots. You started it.
Time out. You would take a personal shot at me.
I didn't take a personal shot at you.
Wait a
What are
minute.
you talking about?
You would take a personal.
Put your glasses back on.
He
Can I
just
finish?
threw. He
You're
just
willing to take a personal shot at me to say this man is better than me because I say he's playing bad this year?
Well, because you just
Go ahead.
you disrespect him. It's
Go
just
ahead.
so.
So
You know what? It's beneath your
you would
dignity.
disrespect me to
No,
support him.
no. Well, I'll support him over anybody because he's the greatest player who ever
Have
played
at
your game, and it's by
Have at it.
far.
Have at it.
Okay,
Take off,
I'm
bro.
going to have at it because I'm going to have at you because what happened yesterday?
period. All right, that's just one example of the exchanges. Okay, here's another one.
Shannon, I understand there's something you want to share this morning.
Good morning. Yes.
Morning.
There's been a lot of speculation of why I wasn't on air yesterday, and I won't get into speculation or conjecture or innuendo, but I will say this. In watching that game on Monday night, what happened to DeMar Hamlin struck me a little different. Um, as a brotherhood in the NFL, when injuries happen, when we know injuries are a part of the game, I've seen guys suffer ACLs and Achilles tear, but I've never seen anybody have to be revived and fight for their life on the field. So they struck me a little differently because I remember seeing my brother paralyzed on the field temporarily, and he was able to regain focus. Um, Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down, but I didn't want it.
Well,
Yep.
time out, time out. I'm not going to take it down
Okay.
because I stand by what I tweeted.
Let me tell you, Shannon always tried to treat him fair and be classy and professional, but Skip always look his privilege. He has no boundaries. He has no boundaries. He feel like he could do whatever. He did not have to earn that position like Shannon Sharp did, and that's why he feel like he could belittle him and stop on him every chance he get.
Skip,
Okay. All right. Okay.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Go ahead. Let's go, Jen.
Okay.
I mean, I cannot even get through a monologue without you interrupting
Okay.
me. You could have came back, Skip.
Well, I thought
Skip, just let.
I didn't know you were going to bring up.
No, I was just going to say, Skip. I didn't want to yesterday to get into a situation where DeMar Hamlin was the issue. We should have been talking about him and not get into your tweet. That's what I was going to do. But you can't even let me finish my opening monologue without you interrupting.
Okay. I was under the impression you weren't going to bring this up because nobody here.
His privilege make him feel like I'm better than you, so I'll interrupt you any chance I get.
Problem with that tweet.
No, clearly the bosses wanted you to offer.
Total lack of humanity.
No, they did not have. Nobody.
Let's go, Jen.
Thoughts and prayers remain with DeMar Hamlin.
That's where the
gentlemen,
focus should have
certainly,
been,
as he
and not on the
continues.
football game. Yes, let's go, Jen. Thank you.
Okay, so as you can see, their exchange was toxic, and as a result of this, Shannon Sharp ultimately left that situation at Fox and created his own lane. Okay, look, You not gonna keep your foot on my neck, and it obviously was a toxic work environment. But I always thought like what it had to be something more, and now we finally find out. Joy Taylor, who was a hairstylist there at Fox, has filed a sexual harassment suit against Skip Bayless, who is a married man. Okay, and I'm gonna give all point of views on this. Here's my thing about Joy. The only thing where I feel like she wrong is she ran her mouth too much about what her plans was and what she was going to do or whatever. But when men are put in situations like this, what is the first thing that they do to women? Slut shame them. But I say, Joy, stick it to that ass, okay? Because I was on Jovi Beauty this morning and she took the word, like we said it at the same time. Like they want to F with you and actually harass you, you hit them where it hurt. They pockets. And that's what she about to get paid. I don't care who she slept with. I don't care. Men do it all the freaking time. Sleep around at the job. Now, my personal preference, I don't recommend that anybody do that because when it goes bad, it goes bad. Okay? So let me go over. I only got like a brief snippet of the lawsuit, but we want to dive right in. All right. So shout out to JPA football trending in the hold on one second. Let me go here. Her for sex. News. According to a lawsuit that came out today, Fox, Skip Bayless, and others are being accused on 14 counts, including sexual battery. Now, let me just add this quick disclaimer. Everything said in this video is all alleged. Now, today, a former Fox Sports hairstylist alleged in a lawsuit that the network executive used his position to sexually harass women and alleges that Skip Bayless touched her inappropriately.
Wait, it says smash in the thumbnail.
Shout out to D Chanel.
This is consensual, but this is harassment.
To a fast start. According to a lawsuit that came out today, Fox, Skip Bayless, and others are being accused on 14 counts, including sexual battery. Now, let me just add this quick disclaimer. Everything said in this video is all alleged. Now, today, a former Fox Sports hairstylist alleged in a lawsuit that the network executive used his position to sexually harass women and alleges that Skip Bayless touched her inappropriately.
Wait, it says smash in the thumbnail as if, this is consensual, but this is harassment?
And proposition her for sex. Damn, Skip Bayless got a weird case. Why is he around? Now, the alleged victim's name is Nushin Faraji, and she worked at Fox News from 2012 through last August, and she made a series of allegations in a 42-page lawsuit. In this lawsuit, she listed Fox, Fox Sports, FS1, FS2, Charlie Dixon, Skip Bayless, and also FS1 host Joy Taylor, all as defendants in the lawsuit. Now, Faraji alleges that Dixon, the head of content for FS1, grabbed her ass at a birthday party in West Hollywood. When she told Joy Taylor, the Fox News host, Joy simply told her to get over it. Now, this is where the Skip Bayless allegations come in. After starting work on Undisputed Morning Show, according to the lawsuit, Skip Bayless started giving her lingering hugs and kisses on the cheek while putting his body against hers.
Girl, all you have to do was like push him hard enough. He would have fell over.
Pressing against her breast. Skip, you are one diabolically horny man, if this is true, allegedly. Now, she alleges that she repeatedly told Skip that she was not interested in him, and she also did not date at work. So let me correct, because I thought Joy Teller was bringing the lawsuit, but it is another hairstylist, New Wing, something like that. But Joy Teller was a witness to it. Claims that she told Skip she was suffering from ovarian cancer. Unfortunately for her, that did not stop Skip and his horniness, and he kept pursuing her. Faraji alleges that Skip offered her $1.5 million to have sex with him
and claimed he could quote unquote change her life. The lawsuit also claims Skip accused Faraji of sleeping with Shannon Sharp, his co-star, on
Okay.
Undisputed. So
So there is where the contention. Skip was so jealous of Shannon Sharp that he wanted, like he didn't even know for sure that they were sleeping together, but he made advances based on that. Like that's disgusting.
only was Skip down horrendously bad, but he was also hitting on his mans. God damn. Now it continues. Approximately 1 week later, Skip made another advance at Miss Faraji. Miss Faraji responded, Skip, stop. You have a wife. Skip responded, saying, Yo, aren't you Muslim? Doesn't your dad have three
Oh, sorry.
body against hers? Girl, all you have to do was like push him hard change her life. The lawsuit also claims Skip accused Faraji of sleeping with Shannon Sharp, his co-star on Undisputed. So not only was Skip down horrendously bad, but he was also hitting on his man. God damn. Now it continues. Approximately 1 week later, Skip made another advance at Miss Faraji. Miss Faraji responded, Skip, stop. You have a wife. Skip responded saying, Yo, aren't you Muslim? Doesn't your dad have 3 to 4 wives? Miss Faraji responded that her father was dead. That's when Skip Bayless looked taken aback and she made an excuse to leave. Now, here's where things get interesting. She not only accuses Joy Taylor of sleeping with Dixon, the head of content for Fox Sports, but she also accuses Joy Taylor of sleeping with her colleague, Emmanuel Acho, former NFL player. Let's start off with the allegations on Miss Taylor and Mr. Dixon. Now, on March 2016, Miss Faraji met Miss Taylor, an aspiring sports personality that had recently moved from Miami to LA for the opportunity of airtime at Fox. At the time, Miss Taylor did not have a regular position, but would fill in on day-to-day basis when talent was sick or otherwise missed time. Miss Taylor told Miss Faraji that she recently got married, but her husband remained in Miami and that she was lonely in LA. That's when Miss Taylor and Miss Faraji became friends. In May 2016, Miss Taylor and Miss Faraji met for a drink, and that's when she found Miss Taylor with an older man. Fox Sports Executive VP of Content, Mr. Dixon, who just happens to be responsible for overseeing all content and production on FS1. When Mr. Dixon went to buy them another round of spicy marks, Miss Faraji asked who he was. Miss Taylor responded, Oh, he's just a friend. Whenever Miss Faraji would meet with Miss Taylor for drinks or food, Mr. Dixon would either arrive with Miss Taylor or he would show up later in the night and leave with Miss Taylor. That's when Miss Faraji started to suspect that the two were sleeping with each other. And even though she knew Miss Taylor was recently married, she kept her opinions to herself. In June 2016, while she was at work, Miss Faraji noticed Mr. Dixon in the elevator. Surprised by the coincidence, Miss Faraji found Miss Taylor and told her, Yo, the guy who always buys our drinks was in the elevator. Miss Taylor quickly silenced Miss Faraji, explaining who he was. Miss Faraji became alarmed and warned Miss Taylor that such relationship was unsafe. Miss Taylor told her, Yo, don't worry about it. Now, in July 2016, word spread amongst Fox employees about a new show that was going to be a quote unquote big deal as it would star Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. It was known that Fox News was looking for a woman with significant TV experience to also star in the show with them. Therefore, it came as a surprise when Fox announced that Miss Taylor, who was a bartender and radio host in Miami with very little TV experience, would be the moderator of the new show with Skip and Shannon. Now, she basically said that Skip told her that he did not want Joy Taylor to be on the show, but Mr. Dixon was adamant that Joy should be on the show. Dixon basically asked him to approve of her as a favor to him, and that's when Skip Bayless agreed. Now, on to Emmanuel Acho, big man on campus, you lucky mother. Now, according to the lawsuits, this is where Miss Taylor again uses her sexuality to get on the show. In approximately February 2020, Miss Taylor asked Miss. This is the epitome of her fucking her way to the top.
Yes.
To meet her for lunch in Beverly Hills. When she arrived, she found Miss Taylor with a man, Emmanuel Acho, aka Big Man on campus. Miss Faraji did not know him, but could tell the two were romantically involved.
Between Tampa and Los Angeles. It's like we got all
I mean, excuse me, two cities have glommed two titties, two titties. A few months after meeting Mr. Acho at lunch, Miss Faraji noticed him in the hallway while at work. Miss Taylor confirmed and explained that she wanted Mr. Acho to eventually recommend her on the show Speak for Yourself. Just got done with rehearsal for the new show Speak, and I got to take a moment to shout out my co-host Joy Taylor, a woman, a black woman, daily show, sports. Do you all realize how hard it is to get into the position that she is in? So often there's misogyny and sexism running rampant in sports, and we don't even care what women have to say in sports. But Joy is not only in the position on television as a woman, as a black woman, but as an.
But she's sleeping with everybody. Thumbs up this video. So we getting into the whole Fox Sports actual harassment lawsuit. I thought Joy Teller had filed. No, actually, it was another young lady, and they were friends. And she exposed Joy Teller for being a 304. Yes, she did. She was sleeping with everybody, and she was married, and Skip was married too. Okay. Now, how does Shannon Sharp tie into this? This young lady did mention Shannon Sharp in the lawsuit, but she did not say that he did anything inappropriate or anything. He is mentioned in the capacity that Skip approached the hairstylist and said, I know you sleeping with Shannon. And then she denied it. That's the only capacity Shannon Sharp is mentioned. But as you all know, Shannon Sharp and Skip had a very contentious relationship. It was public, okay? The breakdown, to the point where Shannon Sharp started his own thing, and he is popping, okay, over here on YouTube and everywhere else. He got all his podcasts and everything. And he said, I will work for myself instead of this clear man keeping his foot on my neck and exercising his privilege on a regular basis, thinking he could demean me and disrespect me just because he a clear man. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Chantel, you missed the beginning. Okay, so the hairstylist over at Sports Fox Sports is suing Skip, Fox, and a whole bunch of NFL players for actual harassment. She was offered 1.5 million to start to sleep with Skip, and she refused, but she about to get 20 million. And I say go ahead for it, because look, these men need to learn, like, women are not property for you to dump your sperm in. We are human beings, and we are to be respected, period.
So not just asking men what they think, but providing her own unique and distinct insight. It's hard to do before you have done it. So congratulations. Looking forward to working with you, and hope y'all tune in 4:30 to 6 Eastern every day starting next week. Miss Faraji became alarmed and warned Miss Taylor that she probably should not sleep with Mr. Dixon and also Mr. Acho at the same time.
So that's Miss Faraji. That is who is following the lawsuit. She was the hairstylist over there at Fox Sports.
Miss Taylor told her, don't worry about it. She explained that she was also powerful now. And once Mr. Dixon was no longer useful to her, she would follow through with her plan to tell the company that she forced himself on her. She would not allow herself to be forced out by Mr. Dixon like the other.
So not only was she sleeping around to get higher positions, we're talking about Joy Taylor. She also exposed the plan for her to file a sexual harassment lawsuit. Yes, please share this live. Hey, Bree, girl, the Joy is
And talent. Now, in September 2022, Miss Taylor miraculously started to work on Speak. That's what I have to deal with, people. Like, just, I'm over here focused on the show, and, just, I don't know what exactly he's doing. Listen, but somebody has to look good around you. Slick, you see that shade she threw at you, bro? Because you weren't talking to me.
that's Joy.
So this is all very interesting. Again, the lawsuit is public. You guys can go read it for yourself. And of course, everything in this video is all alleged. According to the article, Faraji is seeking an unspecified monetary damages and also a jury trial. You guys, as she should. Okay, so she probably had more evidence. She done exposed Joy Taylor for being a 304. But you know what? That ain't even the biggest thing. It's just the patriarchy needs to be broken down. And in order for that to be effective, you need to hit them where it hurts in their pockets. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now Shannon Sharp, he gave a response to this whole situation. Come on, Shannon. Here we go. Shout out to the New York Post. This is crazy. The lawsuits are lawsuit and Naughty Crew. Please thumbs up this video. I don't know why it's taking so long to load. Oh. It be the commercials.
Address the elephant in the room. You're trending on Twitter. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Guys, the news of the day, absolutely, it doesn't. What y'all want me to say?
That ain't got nothing to do with us.
Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with me. So there's nothing to address. I don't know why everybody if you notice, everybody's posting it. They got me. In the 42 pages, it don't mention nothing about Shannon Sharp did anything. But y'all want to get clicks, so y'all mention me.
Right. Yep, ain't got nothing to do with us.
That's Shannon Sharp response. And I say, go ahead, brother. I ain't mad at you. Okay. Who is Joy Taylor? All right, let's pull up the slut. Cause that's what she was married and everything, throwing that puss around. All right. Sorry. The way I went in StreamYard, so I can't. That is Miss Taylor. She slept her way to the top. I didn't see a picture of the hairstylist. But yeah, like this type of behavior should not be going on in the workplace or whatever. And quite frankly, I think Shannon Sharp had an idea of what was going on, and that's why he had a point of contention with Skip on a regular basis because he knew what a slut he was up in there. The lawsuit also accused Skip of keeping his wife on the payroll so that she wouldn't divorce that ass. Because she would have got all the money for his infidelities. So yeah, no, things are a mess, and I can't wait for the details to come out and to see how Skip and everyone's gonna respond to this. But I really think they're gonna end up paying this woman out fast. They want this to go away, and you know how Fox loves to protect the patriarchy. You know they down with Trump. They are down with Trump. All right, but Joy Taylor was throwing that puss all around, okay? And the hairstylist, she probably kept records all that time and got proof. And I say, take him to the bank, girl. Take him to the bank. That's what he get. All right. And for those of you don't who joined late, um, Skip and Shannon Sharp had a very contentious relationship on the show that they had on Fox, okay? And then Shannon Sharp, as a result of all of that harassment and being disrespected, which I felt like Skip was just jealous because Shannon Sharp actually played in the NFL and was a Hall of Famer. Here's an example.
Yes, Shannon, I understand. Have something you want to share this morning.
Good morning. Yes. Morning. There's been a lot of speculation of why I wasn't on air yesterday, and I won't get into speculation or conjecture, innuendo, but I will say this. In watching that game on Monday night, what happened to Damar Hamlin struck me a little different. Um, as a brotherhood in the NFL, when injuries happen, when we know injuries are a part of the game, I've seen guys suffer ACLs and Achilles tear. but I've never seen anybody have to be revived and fight for their life on the field. So they struck me a little differently because I remember seeing my brother paralyzed on the field temporarily, and he was able to regain focus. Um, Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully Skip would take it down, but I didn't want it.
Well, time out, time out. I'm not going to take it down
Okay.
because I stand by what I tweeted.
Skip, let me
Okay,
finish.
all right, okay.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Go ahead. Let's go, Jen.
Okay,
I mean, I cannot even get through a monologue without you interrupting me.
okay.
You could have came back, Skip.
Well, I thought,
Skip, just let.
I didn't know you were going to bring up.
No, I was just going to say, Skip. I didn't want to yesterday to be into a situation where Damar Hamlin was the issue. We should have been talking about him and not get into your tweet. That's what I was going to do. But you can't even let me finish my opening monologue without you interrupting.
Okay, I was under the impression you weren't going to bring this up because nobody here had a problem with that tweet.
No, clearly the bosses wanted you to offer explanations. So clearly,
No, they did not have, nobody.
let's go, Jen.
He just disrespectful.
Thoughts and prayers remain with Damar Hamlin.
That's where the focus should have been,
As he
and not on the
continues.
football game. Yes, let's go, Jen. Thank you.
So, and Skip, with his privilege, because that's what it is, felt like he didn't need to be corrected.
It's a flat out lie that you're perpetrating. There's never been anything because you can't stand it that Tom Brady at 45 is still playing this game at a very high level. Yeah.
See these numbers?
Yeah.
These numbers say Tom Brady is not playing.
I need you.
No,
Okay, you're
that's
in the
not what
Hall
it's
of
about.
Fame because you're scared to death of him because he's haunted you. Time out. Ladies and gentlemen at home, I would like to announce the fact, if you're new to our show, that this man, for 6 straight years on this show that we have been partners at this debate desk, has tried to send Tom Brady home, said he's washed up, his arm is in decline, and he should just go on home. It started the first day of this show in September of 2016, and he has been wrong for 6 straight years, and he's going to be wrong again. I'm standing by what I say.
How convinced are you Tom Brady's going to
Okay.
win the Super Bowl?
Okay, I picked him to win it. I'm not
No.
backing off.
Well, put something on it.
Well, what do you mean? I put my pride on it. I put my pride.
What I would do
Who did
that.
you pick? You picked the Rams and the Chargers. Okay.
And the only difference is everybody knows the Rams are bad, but they don't want to say Tom Brady is playing just as bad
I'm
as
not
Rams.
letting them off.
Skip, they're in the terrible division. They're in the worst division in football.
Good. Are they going to be in the playoffs? Help me out.
Skip,
I need you to.
That's your argument.
Okay,
That's your argument.
What do you mean that's my
Your
argument?
argument is that they're going to be in the playoffs. Is Tom Brady playing bad? Yes. Or no?
Yes, yes, he played poorly yesterday.
What
But
you
it
mean
wasn't-
yesterday?
Okay,
I was there.
but you're giving him 100%
I
of the
did.
blame.
Because you had
Well, that's just you have no objectivity. It's just straight Brady hate. Wait a minute. This is just straight hate by a guy who's jealous that he's still playing at a high level at 45 when you had to stop at 35.
That's what you do.
That's the point.
That's what you do. Every time I call something into question, I'm jealous.
No,
I did
well,
what
I
I
never
did.
said you were jealous of Baker Mayfield.
I did what I did. You make it seem like I was a bum. I'm in the effing Hall of Fame.
Okay,
I got
so
3
what?
Super Bowls.
So what?
So what?
He's way better than you were.
What do you mean? So what?
I got to see what you do. You take personal shots.
No,
for this
I
kid.
don't take personal shots.
Exactly. All right. So if that's any, if that's any clue to what that work environment was like, I could only imagine what was going on behind the scenes because look at the way he treated Shannon Sharp. You know what I'm happy about? Shannon Sharp ain't tied up in this with him. And that's why I like his response. It ain't got nothing to do with me. And I agree. Okay. He got out of there in the nick of time and he has been doing great. His show has been doing great. His YouTube channel has been doing great. So, but that's just the type of discrimination that a lot of the black players have to deal with when it comes to the NFL and these clear men, okay? Because they all look, Skip has never played football in his life. He was always like a watcher, a patron. And he thinks he can undermine a person that actually played the game that is in the NFL Hall of Fame. So I can only imagine how he thinks towards women. All right, you guys, that's all I got. I had to jump on here early. I'm sorry, but I have something that I have to do on lunch. So I wouldn't be able to do this, but I just wanted to come on here and give my thoughts. And shout out, I mean, big up to the hairstylist and for having the courage to come forward and bring this lawsuit. And I think she's gonna be paid and paid well, and as she should. As she should. All these mofos, I'm tired of all of them. And it's not even just the white men, it's the black men too. Diddy, drain the swamp. Take all his money. You want to run around here disrespecting women, putting the paws on women, thinking you could take that whenever you want? No, gone are the day. Women are not property. We are human beings with rights. And if we do not want to screw you behind, we don't have to. Thank you, James. I appreciate y'all. Thank you all for joining. I hope you all have a beautiful, blessed day. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Love you. Ah.